She didn't argue. She didn't cry. Because the moment he shamed her publicly, she decided this would be the last time. The room was full of people, but Emily had never felt more alone. Laughter echoed through the house. Plates clinked. Conversations overlapped. It was supposed to be a normal family gathering, a safe place. She had no idea it was about to turn into her worst memory. Daniel stood beside her, smiling at everyone, the same smile he always wore in public, confident, charming, the kind that made people trust him instantly. Emily trusted him too. At least, she used to. Dinner was almost over when Daniel cleared his throat. The room slowly quieted. People turned their chairs. Someone laughed, thinking he was about to make a joke. Emily felt something tighten in her chest, a warning she ignored. "I think it's time we stop pretending," Daniel said loudly. His voice was calm, but sharp. Every word landed like a blade. Emily's heart began to race. She looked at him, confused. He didn't look back at her. "You all deserve to know the truth," he continued. Emily felt the blood drain from her face. Her mother frowned. Her father straightened in his chair. The room went silent, too silent. Daniel finally looked at her. Not with love, not with concern, but with something colder, something cruel. "You should explain yourself," he said, and everyone turned toward her. Emily froze. Her mind went blank. She searched her memory, trying to understand. What truth? What lie? Her hands trembled in her lap. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. Daniel smirked. That was when she realized. This wasn't confusion. This was intentional. He wanted her embarrassed, exposed, small. "She always plays the victim," Daniel said. A few nervous laughs followed. Emily's chest burned. Her cousins avoided her eyes. Her friends looked uncomfortable. Her parents looked stunned. "Ask her why she's really been acting distant," he added. Emily felt the shame crawl up her spine, not because she was guilty, but because she was being attacked in front of the people who mattered most. Every instinct told her to cry. Run. Disappear, but she didn't. She sat there, silent, watching him enjoy the power. Daniel kept going, each sentence louder than the last, turning private moments into public accusations, twisting half-truths, leaving out his own mistakes, painting himself as the victim. Emily felt something shift inside her. The shame slowly faded, and something stronger took its place. Clarity, anger, controlled and sharp. She realized something important. He expected her to break. She slowly stood up. The room fell quiet again. Not because of Daniel, but because of her. She took a deep breath. Her voice came out calm. "No," Emily said softly. Daniel blinked. She looked directly at the room. "At my family. My friends," then back at him. "No more." Daniel laughed nervously. "See, this is what I mean," he said. But his confidence was slipping. Emily could see it. She straightened her shoulders and reached into her pocket. She pulled out her phone, unlocked it. Slowly, deliberately. The room watched. Daniel's smile vanished. "You want the truth?" Emily said, her voice steady. "Let's talk about the truth." She turned the screen toward the room. Messages, dates, photos. A gasp moved through the room. Someone whispered, "Oh my God." Daniel stepped forward. "Put that away," he hissed. Emily didn't even look at him. "This is who you're defending," she said. "This is the man who humiliated me." She scrolled slowly, letting everyone see, letting the silence do the work. Daniel tried to speak. His words tangled. Excuses fell apart. He looked around for support, but there was none. The room had chosen. Emily felt something she hadn't felt in years. Relief. Not because it was easy, but because it was over. She lowered the phone and looked at her parents. Her mother's eyes were filled with tears, not of shame, but of pride. Her father nodded once. That was enough. Emily turned back to Daniel. You tried to shame me, she said quietly, but all you did was reveal yourself. Daniel looked smaller now. Not loud. Not powerful. Just exposed. Emily picked up her bag. She didn't rush. She didn't look back. As she walked toward the door. And no one stopped her. And no one blamed her. The door closed behind her. The noise of the gathering faded. For the first time that night, Emily breathed freely. The humiliation was over, but her life was just beginning. Sometimes shame is public, sometimes strength is quiet, and sometimes the most powerful response is not anger, but truth spoken, without fear. That night didn't go viral. And no headlines. And no applause. Just quiet conversations after she left. People replayed the moment in their heads. Not what Daniel said, but what Emily didn't say for years. Because courage doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, I deserve better. Emily didn't expose him for revenge. She did it to take her power back. Tio finally stopped carrying a shame that was never hers to begin with. And somewhere between that door closing and the empty street outside, she understood something most people learn too late. You don't need permission. Tio, stand up for yourself. You don't need the room's approval. Tio, speak the truth. Some people will try to break you publicly. So they can feel strong privately. But truth has a way of changing rooms, of flipping power, of turning silence into strength. So if someone ever tries to shame you in front of others, remember this. The moment you choose truth over fear, the story stops being about them and starts being about you. That moment didn't just change the room. It changed Emily, because when you survive public humiliation, you stop fearing opinions. You stop shrinking for comfort. You stop apologizing for existing. She realized something powerful that night. People who try to embarrass you publicly are usually hiding their own guilt privately. For years, she had stayed quiet to keep peace. She stayed silent to protect a marriage that was already broken. She believed love meant endurance. But love was never meant to feel like fear, and respect never comes from silence. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was the bravest thing she had ever done, because staying would have meant teaching herself to disappear, and she was done disappearing. Some endings don't come with shouting. They come with clarity. With one deep breath. With a door closing behind you. And when the world tries to shame you, remember this. The strongest people don't scream back, they stand up, tell the truth, and walk away unbroken.